Hey guys, hey! Welcome to my page, to my Facebook Live. I am so excited to have you here. And when you hop on, if you're watching this live, drop a 1. If you catch the replay, comment #replay. That way I can just connect with you and say hi. I hope you're having a great day. I am not feeling the best. I have not felt good for the last 2 days, so hopefully this is almost over. I've been reassured by several friends that they had the exact same thing. They were exhausted, they were nauseous, they weren't feeling the best, they just wanted to sleep, and it lasted 2 to 3 days. So I'm hoping that this is almost over. But I'm still showing up. I'm just showing up a little differently today because I get to do that. I get to change the way I show up because I run my own business and I get to work with my people. So I'm so excited. If you saw the title of this or you watched my story, then you know that this is all about how to find your own friends and to let the others go. So I was talking with a couple of friends this past week, and one of the conversations that I had was really, really great. I had a lot of fun having that conversation, and they seemed to walk away with quite a bit. So it gave me inspiration to go ahead and do this live as well. So one of my girls, we're going to call her Sally because I don't want to give away any names. This is not to pick on anybody. This is just to hopefully give you guys some inspiration to go find your own friends, to stay in your own lane. But one of my girls, Sally, said that she's friends with this girl, Patty, and they're not a whole lot alike, but they're still friends, and that's great. But every time she gains new friends or she comes in contact with these people that she just connects with and she really likes them, they end up just kind of veering towards Patty. And then she feels like she's lost all of these friends to Patty. No malice going on, no hard feelings whatsoever towards Patty. She just feels like every time she meets these people and she connects with them, they veer towards Patty. And so I asked her, I said, hang on one second, I've got notes here because I wanted to make sure that I don't forget it, because sometimes when I go live, I just kind of go blank. I don't know if anybody else deals with that, but I do. And so I asked her, I was like, well, what kind of friends are you meeting? Do they have the same interests, goals, desires, passions that you have? And follow-up question before you answer. What are your goals, interests, desires, and passions? Because if you don't know what those are, then you're not going to be able to find your friends. So it really is about having some reflection on who you are and where you want to go before you can really find the friends that align with your destiny, with your future, with where you're going. Because you're going to have different sets of friends. You're going to have an inner circle of friends, and those are going to be the people that align with you. They're going to be the people that are on the same path, that are in the same lane, that are going the same places. And then you're going to have friends, and they're great to have around, but they're not your inner circle. They're, kind of across the lane, but they're not all in your lane, if that makes any sense. And then you're going to have these acquaintances. And these acquaintances may stretch across 15 different lanes of traffic, if you will. You may have college friends, but you're no longer in college. You may have single friends, but you're no longer single. You may have, pranksters as friends, but you no longer have energy to put into pranks because you're now a mom and you're married, and you may have acquaintances that cross all of these different lanes, but they are no longer your friends. You have a certain just circle of friends that are your friends, and those are who you're looking for. Everybody else can come and go as they please. We don't own people, so you can't get hung up on, hey, that was my friend, because you don't own them. And so you've got to stick in your lane. And so I was like, all right, Sally. So we're going to say that you are a mom, a wife. You love shopping, but you only go in stores that you can take your kids in. You love going out to eat, but you usually make sure that there's a playground around so that your kids can go. Okay, so if you're finding people that can do those things with you, then great. But if all of the people that you're finding that seem to leave you are the ones who are single and don't have any responsibilities, and then let them go. Because those aren't your people. Your acquaintances can be people across all different walks of life. But the ones that you're really looking for, those ones that connect with you in your lane, the ones that have the same goals, the same desires, the same interests, the same life, path that they're walking in that time frame. It doesn't have to be that everybody you meet and you connect with is your best friend. And I hope that makes sense. So, I was talking to her and she was just like, you're right. Like, I love shopping, but I find all these sporty people who want to go out and play sports. And Patty's sporty, and so they end up going and hanging out with Patty more, where I want to go shopping and they're not interested in that. And that was the whole point of the conversation, was for her to start seeing who she is, who she wants to be, how she wants to be seen, and to stay in her lane. And so if you're having trouble with finding your people, then really what you have to do is look inside and see who you are. Because the more true you are to yourself, the more you're going to be able to sustain that friendship. See, if Sally is into shopping and that's what she wants to do with her time, but all of her friends are into playing sports and they don't like going shopping, she's not going to be able to sustain those friendships. They can't always do what she wants to do, just like she doesn't always want to do what they want to do. So if you're looking for your people and your friends, you have to know who you are. So my challenge to you today is to write down 5 things about yourself. Who are you? Like, I'm a mom. My best friends aren't going to be people who want to go out every weekend and party and have a good time. Do I know those people? Yes. Do I love those people? Yes, absolutely. But I love them at a distance because I have my kids all the time and I want to have my kids all the time. And so I've chosen my life and my path. They get to choose theirs. It's all great. We can all be friendly. We can all be part of acquaintances, but they can't be my inner circle of friends because they are not aligned with where I'm going in my life. Does that make sense? I know there's a couple of you guys on. Drop a 2 if that makes any sense to you. And I want to know, who are you? What is it that you do? And you can message me after this. That's typically what people do, is they just send me a message after this. They're like, hey, I'm this person or this type of person, or I really like to do this. And we talk through that. And so you're welcome to do that if you want to just have somebody to bounce some of those ideas off of. I love talking to people. And I hope that this is helpful. If you found any value in this, let me know, because it's really nice to be able to connect with people and bounce ideas off of each other, because there will be things that I don't know and I have to ask, and I love being able to do that with you guys. But basically, the moral of this is figure out who you are and let everybody else go. Like, if they're only meant to be in your life for a period of time, or you're only connecting over one thing, then you're not going to be able to sustain that friendship. So let them go. You don't own them. They don't belong to you. So let them go. Let them be awesome. But yeah, let them go. Let them be in their lane. You don't have to be jealous of the people that have found another lane when you know your lane. And if you have goals and you have dreams and you have desires and you start finding people that align with those, they're not going to leave, because you guys are on that same path and you're going to have that connection. You're going to be able to talk to each other. You're going to be able to confide in each other because you guys are aligned in the same goals, desires, and on the same part or path of life. You cannot get hung up on just being the one that everybody wants or the one that everybody wants to be around, because nobody owes you that. The more you stick to your lane and you decide who you are and you just go full force on that. Don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about who has all the friends. If you are in your lane and you are sticking to your lane, your people are coming, because they're on that same road with you. You're going to be able to honk at them and wave out the window, and you guys are going to pull into the same gas station. I know, stupid analogy, but I say lane and I think traffic. So anyway, But honestly, quit worrying about all of the other people who come and go or who like other people better. Find out who you are, and you're going to find your people. Because I promise you, there's more people out there like you. I promise you, there's more people who have the same goals and the same dreams that you have. And just for a little bit of backstory, the reason that I'm able to do this and I'm able to know about this is because growing up, if you were interested in football, I was interested in football. If you were interested in a certain TV show, I was interested in that TV show. Not because I couldn't make up my own mind, but because I didn't spend any time watching TV. We didn't even have TV growing up. So if I watched a show with you, then I was happy to watch that show with you. And it was my new favorite show because it was the only one I'd ever seen. But I didn't know who I was. My people were the ones that were working full-time with me. I worked full-time at 13 years old. And so I didn't always have this solid group of friends because I was just busy. And so when I have these people over here, if I got mad because they wanted to go play, I was 13 years old with a full-time job. So I couldn't get mad that they wanted to go play because I chose to work. You know, I chose to help pay bills. That wasn't on anybody else. And just because they didn't always want to be around me because I was busy, didn't mean that we couldn't be acquaintances. Didn't mean that we couldn't have fun together when we were around each other. It just meant those weren't my people. And that's okay. It's okay to let people go and let them be with their group of people, because you're going to find the people that you can have a happy, healthy, sustained friendship with that align with your goals, your dreams, and your desires. So, like I said, your homework for today is to just write down 5 things of who you are, because those are the friends that you need. People that align with who you are, where you're going in life, who you want to be in 6 months. It doesn't have to be anything drastic. It just has to be people that have the same interests, goals, desires, and dreams as you. And I hope that was helpful. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. And again, thank you for all of the messages. I am feeling a little bit better. Hopefully it's over with, or it's just about over with. We're on day 2, so fingers crossed we're just about done with this. I'm tired of feeling sick, but thank you for letting me show up in my way today. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.